We've been fighting a long time, and we have all lost so very much, so many loved ones gone. But you are not alone. There are pockets of resistance all around the planet. We are at the brink. You have no idea how important you are. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Ave Maria Stella, Dei Mater Alma, atque semper Virgo, Felix te porta.
Welcome, everybody. Steve with Sons Fidelity. I'm coming at you with a good friend, Daniel Rodriguez of the Sons of Lepanto, who they've got this idea. Again, we had the Solutions Watch a couple episodes ago with members share, and they're trying to be the next Give, Send, Go. So Daniel and a group of guys are coming together with doing alternatives to YouTube and other sites. There's already a Catholic alternative social media called SR3RN, SPR3N. I screwed that up. I know I can't remember. It'll be underneath in the show notes. I'm on it. But Daniel, welcome to the program. How you doing? And yes, what is the idea you guys got going?
Thank you, Steve. Yes, so what we're building is a YouTube alternative, a Catholic YouTube alternative. The reason we decided to build this site is when Sense Fidelium was knocked off for about a weekend, we started thinking, well, what would happen if a lot of these content creators that are providing great content are suddenly permanently knocked off of YouTube? There's nowhere for them to go. So we said, we're going to create an alternative. People can come see Catholic videos. They don't have to worry about the advertisement because the advertisement's going to be vetted. The content creators are going to be vetted. They're going to be able to come here without worrying about it. And also, if they do get knocked off of YouTube, they have this place where you can come see it. I'll give you an example. There was a mother that emailed me recently to thank us for having this platform. She told us that her son is learning Gregorian chants. So she thanked us, A, for having Gregorian Chant Academy on our platform, and B, she didn't have to worry about, these kind of, advertisements showing up, so she didn't have to worry about her kid seeing things that he shouldn't be seeing. I know there's other alternatives out there, for example, like Rumble or Odyssey, but there's a lot of filth on there. Now, this filth, you gotta have to wade through it, and I think it's important for us to understand that we shouldn't be going through all that. We should just have somewhere we can come, a refuge. We can sit here, watch videos without worrying what advertisement's going to show up, what other videos is a loved one going to see that they shouldn't be seeing, and that's the overarching idea of SpiritusTV.
Yeah, good. Now everyone knows that at least they don't know. Maybe they don't know because I still get that you had to go to BitChute comment. I was the first on BitChute from a Catholic group. I was the first one to get over there. People still tell me get on BitChute. James Corbett has this problem too. He got kicked off YouTube, and people go, "Where you been? Where you gone?" They're so familiar, so used to just going to YouTube. That's it. They don't even think about any others. He's on 17 other platforms like myself. Barely anybody goes over there. So it's hard to get that mindset to get away. But now there's an option, like you said, and I've pitched that to others as a sales pitch. You go to YouTube, and I remember when I was putting up Father Ripker's 7 Deadly Sins series that I have for lust, I had to put lu.st because if not, the recommendations were going to recommend all these weird stuff that you don't want to have. Exactly. So again, a safety issue for especially families. You don't have that on this. This is a good, don't want to say safe bubble like all the libs over there with with the kittens things and all this. Or Planet Fitness. There's a safe zone, but it's safe in the sense of you're not going to have something that's you don't have to worry about porn popping up on Spiritus.
That's exactly right. Yeah, even the advertisement. So a lot of people don't understand with YouTube, for example, they're saying, well, I'm not putting any money in there, but if you're not the customer, you're the product.
Yes.
So if you're on there, the reason, YouTube loses money right now. The reason that they can make any kind of income and it's worth it for Google to have YouTube is from all the information that they're gathering from you, right? That's one thing. The other thing is they're pushing all of this sort of agenda. I mean, it happened to me. I was paying almost $20 a month just not to see their advertisements.
Yeah, yeah.
I would come to Sensus Fidelium. I want to hear the latest sermon, and the latest Sunday sermon. I sit down, I watch, and they put on this video, which I don't want to see. This could happen with a lot of other content creators, yeah,
Mhm.
or there's some kind of banner or something. Uh, this won't happen on Spiritus TV because we vet our advertisers. We currently don't have any that are running, but when we will have, they've all been advertised. Something like Glory and Shine or Real Estate for Life will be showing up there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, this has only been launched a month. Like you said, when I got taken down November, so a year and a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So that was when you guys got the idea to start doing this, and you guys went 900 miles. You went from 0 to 900. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happened. Keith asked me, "Hey man, do you have a backup?" We downloaded everything onto a hard drive, which I just insane. And I'm going, "How are you guys going to pull this off?" There's a lot of videos, and that was the whole thing. We're going to start with yours. Going to put this up here, and then I've been playing the cat and mouse game for over 2 years, 3 years with them, putting it on different things.
Yeah.
In a year, this great, and I'm not full of it. Again, I'm on BitChute, Rumble, Gab, Odyssey, Gloria TV, all those guys. This is by far better than all the secular platforms that are out there. The playlists themselves. Odyssey's the only one that has a playlist option. And I can't even work it on my end. It's so hard to figure that thing out. I got to unlock it, and then it still doesn't work. Y'all's piece of cake. Like I said, it's only been live for a year, and it's already far and beyond everything, all the alternatives. Sure, there's a lot more features coming. What kind of features coming up later?
We have quite a few features, and actually, we've only been up for 6 months.
6 months.
We started the group and we started working on it about a year ago. But then just building everything. I mean, we're all volunteers, so finding the time to build everything. The features that are coming out now, we already can have shorts, which is something that's very popular now, like short videos.
I just haven't done any. That's why you click on it. I don't have any.
yeah, right. We just came out with it, so it's understandable. Once the content creators start, getting used to it, they'll start uploading more of their short videos. Live streaming will be available fairly soon. We're testing it, which will allow people. I mean, for example, Avoiding Babylon said, "Hey, once you guys get that going, I'm just going to go straight to Spiritus TV. I'm not going to be on YouTube anymore because I'd rather just, have stream stuff directly from there." So that's going to be available fairly soon. We're also going to have apps. Android obviously is the lowest hanging fruit. It's a lot easier for us to build it. We will be working on iPhone. That's going to take a little bit longer, but it will make it easier for you to be able to watch Spiritus TV on
that would be huge because that has the push notification. So if anybody doesn't know, I never heard of this. Well, then, or just like YouTube, if you notice on your smartphone that when I launch a new video, I put premiere or somebody says they're coming out with a live, you get a notification that this is coming out, so you can go right to it. So when you guys get the app out, that will do the same thing. So that's going to astronomically make the views that much, because right now you're getting good views. I mean, 22 views here, 30 views here. Now, if it's something else like a follow rip thing, that's 100,000, 1,000 views. If it's just on here, because there's a lot of stuff that I'll just put on here that I can't put on YouTube, and that gets the eyeballs triggered a little bit more. But you get a push notification; those are going to go up.
Yep, yeah, and there's still those little things that we need to tweak that will make Spiritus TV exactly like YouTube. If you look at it, the feel, the everything, the usage of it is exactly like YouTube. There's just these few little tweaks that we need to make. And you mentioned Father Ripperger. There's a lot of these content creators are thinking of move. We don't force them to, because I think there is a lot of evangelization that can be done on YouTube. But some of these content creators say, no, we're moving over. For example, Father Ripperger going forward, if you go to his Sensus Traditionis channel on YouTube, you don't see anything new because he's exclusive now to Spiritus TV. He doesn't want to work with them anymore. The same with Michael Church and some others. Now, I think it's it's important that everyone understands too that there are costs associated with Spiritus TV. So it's important that you come over. If you can donate to our, this is all done. We're not going to get rich with this. We will be happy if this just breaks even, but we do need people to come to Spiritus TV, start watching the videos, start donating, start commenting, because it's a community that's growing. We used to have probably just a couple of hundred that were showing up, but now we're getting more and more people that are using it. We won't charge for it. We want these sermons to be available to everybody. There's catechesis here. There's history. There's so much on here.
All
I want
sorts of
people
stuff and more coming.
and more coming. Yes, because there's a lot of content creators that were saying, okay, well, as soon as you have the your the live streaming done, we're going to move over. But you're going to see in the next few weeks a lot of well-known content creators coming over to Spiritus TV.
Yeah, everyone loves the live. I hate live, but everyone else loves live. So it works for them. And I'm not a big fan of the streaming the masses, but people are doing that, and there are people that want that, so
Yep.
that you can do that this way. I'm sure there's other guys that are going to pull over and all this, but yes. And then on top of that, you mentioned ads. When I pitched this idea to the boys was the let's get Catholic businesses in
Yes.
the Catholic channel.
Yeah.
So if you got a Catholic business you want to help promote, and they're not going to bankrupt you and say, all right, we need $50,000 for you. No, maybe EWTN is a little bit higher in the price. Okay, you guys, they can afford it. But the lower guy, maybe, Glorious Shine, or somebody's running an Etsy store or anything like that. Whoever you are want to advertise on here for Catholics only, they'll work with you. So just submit, ask for them. Hey, you want to be part of the group? They'll work with you. No one's going to try to bankrupt anyone. That's what I do with my thing. I say, well, how much it costs to get on your channel? I don't need to. You're a small business. You need some help.
Exactly. Yeah. And we can help each other out. And I say this with everybody. I was like, we have to, for example, like Glory and Shine, to give you one example. I'd rather give them money. They're sending you stuff that has like the water from Our Lady of Lourdes, the blessed water. I'd rather give them money than go to some big corporation that winds up taking your money and then giving it to, God forbid, Planned Parenthood or some other group. So I think it's important that we help each other out as Catholics. And as far as the advertisers, any businesses, please reach out to me. We'll talk. We're not doing this for money. There are costs associated. As long as we can cover those costs, we're happy.
Yeah, I was just going to show you guys just an example here. Here's my Gab TV page. This is as good as you're going to get. It's all in one thing. There's no way to, search for what I want. There's a search bar, but I've tried it. It's hard to find a search through that thing. There are no playlists, and it's Gab. Everyone thought Gab was supposed to be the end all be all. Here's Rumble. And by the way, I am monetized already. I think I've made 50 cents in here. But this is the channel.
In one place.
Yeah, this is it. There are no playlists. This is very and they're up on what are they? They're up on I think they're public now.
Yeah, they're public, yeah.
And they've censored people as well. So it's not just a, come here and you'll be fine type deal thing. Odyssey, when you pull up Odyssey, like I'm trying to do this to show people how good what you guys have created is. And here's Odyssey. I think Odyssey is the best of all of the other the other ones. And here's the playlist. Like I said, I created it. I've tried multiple times and I can't figure out how to create a playlist. Here's the content. Yeah. It's a little bit better than way better search than Gab. But I mean, still, again, playlist wise, I don't know if I showed you guys what my playlist looks like here. By the way, I am number 1 on here. But you mentioned YouTube. Here's you come here, I go playlist. It's so easy to put it together. So easy to move it around. I got all the months here. I mean, it literally took me seconds to pull this off and be able to move around, etc. And I got more playlists coming.
Yeah.
But
my hat has to come off
around for years.
Yeah.
You're so far above them.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and I have to really thank my team because Keith, Dennis, Steve, they do this on a part-time basis, and the stuff that we've done is pretty amazing. And I think what happens, like something like Rumble, I think they're so big and they're worried about making money, and there's just so many different moving parts. We're like a small team. We're
Well,
a
here's
small
Bishop.
team, 4 Catholics. Yeah, we're an apostolate, and we can move quickly. We need something done, we can just move, start working with the code, and get it out there. We're not worried about, we're asking investors, should we do this, and how much money are we going to make, and we're not worried about that. So
But look how far. Here's an example: 2 years and 5 months of this. This was the first video right here that got eliminated. I won't say what it is because it was kicked off the channel. This one right here is 6 years ago. This was a ban from the world just because there was music involved on YouTube. I mean, 6 years ago, 1 month ago, I put that up, banned.
Wow.
And this is BitChute. So BitChute's been around for over 6 years, and this is as good as they've gotten.
Right.
Just an idea. And that's supposed to be everyone's, the cream of the crop right there. So this is only 6 months versus 6 years. You guys have done that much, and you got a ton more. The app coming. BitChute doesn't have an app. Rumble and Odyssey do. But again, this is going to be this. Like I said, this platform is straight. It's on.
Yeah,
it is the real deal, ladies and gents.
Thank you, and we're also going to have connections on Patreon alternative. So inside, so you won't even have to leave the application. Right inside of SpiritusTV, you're going to be able to donate to these content creators, which is awesome, because what happens with a lot of the content creators is they try to push people because they're getting demonetized. They push people over to Patreon, and then Patreon takes like a 10-15% cut of every penny that you give them.
Or so once we build that, Patreon's kick people off too.
Yeah, and that's it. Oh, and one more thing that I want to get over to too, that's important about SpiritusTV is a lot of people start using things like AWS from Amazon or Google servers. We have our own servers, so we can't be canceled. Unless we cancel ourselves, we can't be canceled. Our own servers, we have everything runs by us, so nothing can be done to us to knock us off the internet, which is great because we can have sermons, we can have priests, we can have people come on here, talk about real issues that affects the world, that affects the Catholic community, and you're not going to have to worry about being canceled.
And some people might be saying, "Hey, how come I haven't heard of this?" Well, it's still building. They wanted to make sure they got a lot of stuff out first before they show you a product. It's kind of like showing you the cake before it's done. Sure, this is not completely finished, but it looks good. So this is the first time really it's been promoted publicly outside of me tweeting a couple times, or I know Daniel did an interview with a local station in Texas. So most people don't know this thing exists. And again, look how many people have seen it. I've had 57,000 views on mine alone. I mean, the news show, Clown Planet, I've had 5,000 just on that. And I just shove it on here. I mean, almost 300 subscribers. That's not bad for something that most people don't know even exists. And it's intriguing to, like I said at the beginning, a family with kids going, there's catechism classes on here, and I don't have to worry about my kid accidentally clicking. Yeah, your kid could accidentally click on Anthony, maybe. That might be the worst thing you have is clicking on Anthony's show. But you click on that, and you're not going to get scandalized, right? You're not going to have something come popping out.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and that's very important. That's very important that families, mothers, fathers, our idea is your 5-year-old can come over to SpiritusTV, click on something, you have nothing to worry about.
I can also say that everything that Sensus Fidelium's ever posted can be viewed on Spiritus. So right now you go to YouTube, there's some stuff you can't watch over there. Like I just showed you the one on Bishop with the Catholic Liturgical Conference. You can't watch that over there. You can watch it on Spiritus.
Nice. That's and so they can come here. Please come here. You can click on everything and look at all the videos that you have here. And one thing I wanted to say too was that because we're building this haven for both Catholic content creators and Catholic users, We also, in the future, want to create a haven for Catholic tech workers. So some of them, as you know, in the past, for certain things that were getting pushed out there, they either had to leave their jobs or they lost their jobs. What we're hoping is to grow this so people can come over here and work for us, and then they don't have to worry about losing their jobs.
How can they contact you to be able to do that? Is there a contact on the site, or they just email you somehow? Or
There's a contact on the site, but you can email me at info@spiritustv.com.
I guess
info@spiritustv.com. Spiritus, SPIRITUS TV.com.
I was going to go all
send me an
flippy
email.
on you. Spell my name with you.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Sensus fidelium. I would always spell the fidelium wrong. It's like.
And people, if you're wondering, hey, this used to be Sensus Fidelium TV. Yes, I'll tell everyone a little bit inside baseball. When we first came up with this, Keith asked me, "What can we name it?" And I don't know. We had some of the cheesiest names in the history of cheesy names come out. And I just threw my hands up once and just goes, "Why don't you just use my name and logo, Sensus Fidelium, use it. I got the brand, put it out there." And we were like, that's good. That's great. We'll just use that. And the thing was, so many channels, people were getting interested in coming in that they were asking, "Hey, is Steve this? Is Steve running this?" First off, I never ran it. I don't have any fingerprints on this. It's these guys that are way smarter than I that pulled this together. I was just the reason why they started was getting kicked off for, 12 hours or so. They was like, "Oh no, we got to do something." So these guys, instead of complaining in the corner, went, "We got to get active. We got to do a solution. We got to come up with something." So they activated to do something, which more of us need to do this. And then, I didn't want to protect the priest. Somebody brings a channel on that I'm not 100% with, or I don't want to be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm endorsing this channel." So it's like, we need a name change. We need a brand change. So I don't need to call Daniel. "Daniel, you got to get rid of this guy. I can't take this guy. He's under my name."
Exactly. And thank you for all your help, Steve. We couldn't have, you're being really humble, because we couldn't have done this without you.
What, getting kicked off?
So yeah, keep saying the wrong words. It'll help us out. But no, but one thing you were mentioning, the priest. One thing that we also have here, and it's something that we thought about, and we talk with Steve, we talk with other people too, and it's like, we're laity. How do we make the decisions to determine what is appropriate Catholic content for Spiritus TV? So what we did is we went out and we found a priestly content board. There are 3 well-known priests. I'm not going to say their names because A, they don't want their name out there, and B, I don't think it's appropriate that people know who they are, because they have to make certain decisions on how the website is done. And we go to this whenever there's some kind of issue that we're not sure about. We go to this priestly board. The priestly board gets back to us. They talk amongst themselves, and they get back to us, and they tell us this is appropriate or not appropriate for Spiritus TV. So I want to make sure that everybody out there understands that we're not just kind of willy-nilly deciding who goes on there, who doesn't go on there. As far as, I mean, there's some things that are obvious are not going to be on Spiritus TV, but some things there's a gray area. Those decisions are made by people in the clergy.
Yeah, you got to, just because you put a video up, then they say we're not going to censor. I thought, yeah, you're going to get censored if you're not Catholic. Yeah, you're not off of your head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that freedom of speech stuff does not run here on Spiritus.
Yeah. that ain't how we roll here. Yeah, you might not like censoring, but yeah, that's. Sometimes I don't mind it, and then not. Come Judgment Day, Daniel, I don't think it's going to go, "You know what? I think I'll take this guy on," and then on Judgment Day, I'll just roll the dice, see if that's okay.
Yeah. We answer to God first and foremost. So yeah, exactly. I'm not going to let someone's content stay on here just to not offend them, because I don't want to take it off. If it's inappropriate, it's inappropriate. So.
Yeah, even if you get the channel approved, you put an inappropriate video up, you won't get the axe.
Yeah. And it's happened.
Nothing personal, just salvation.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So, how many channels you got right now? There's quite a few that I saw in the popular one. I didn't count, but off the top of your head.
Well, off the top of my head, I'm going to say it's about over 3 dozen
Okay.
that are on there, and there's more coming. Some of these you're going to recognize already from YouTube. Other ones are probably not as known, and those are actually the ones that I think are the most interesting because they're small fishes in a very big pond in YouTube. So they have great content, but people don't really hear about them. But
Yes.
you come here and you can see some of their shows, and their content is actually amazing. One of them that I just saw there was the Biblical Bookworm,
Yes.
and she rates books, she reads books, and then rates them. Has some really good content. She's from Austria, I believe. Great stuff, but in YouTube nobody's ever heard of her, so she just came on and she's been uploading her stuff.
I admit I didn't know her till I saw her on here.
Yep.
So I was another one. Even though I don't go out searching because I don't have that much time. But no, yeah, I like the idea of the helping the little guy because yes, if you're too big for your britches, you don't want on. That's all right. You do your own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll jump on the ark when you want to. Just Daniel's names. Remember the email address. But
Yep.
yeah, if you're a small, I want not to knock you down. If you're a small fish, if your ego's not that big, come on in.
Exactly. Yeah, and there's no ego here either on our part. We're not about that. So just come talk to us. We can work something out as far as both your channel, the businesses. Let's make this grow. I think a lot of people we're kind of in a lull now with whatever happened like a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
So everybody's like, oh, that's in the past. It's done with. And it's like, they're doing the boiling frog thing,
Yeah.
right? They got us. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that we were all worried about what's going to happen. How long are we have to wait to be able to go to mass?
I had 2 strikes 2 months ago.
Right. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened back there. Please don't get into that complacency that everything is done with. We have to start building these alternatives now because
Yes.
later on it's too late. When we saw that happen to Census Fidelity on YouTube, to Steve, we were like, well, what if they all got knocked off that day, let's say? We would have just then had to start then.
And
It could have been a year. Yeah.
I had no strikes. They pulled the plug on me with 0 strikes.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's going to get worse. You see it around the world, specifically in the United States, that there's certain things going on that don't think that it's over with. That that's a thing of the past. I think we're still in the middle of it. It's the calm before the storm. Let's start building these alternatives. Let's start helping each other out because you never know. A month from now, 3 months from now, 3 years from now, this could get a lot worse. So let's have those alternatives in place.
And before I check out, you mentioned Biblical Bookworm. I actually contacted her through the SpiritusTV channel because I was trying to say, hey, I got some other guys that you might want to do some book reviews for. You can't contact any channel on YouTube, but I was like, wow, you can connect. You can direct message people on this channel. But also, how does somebody get an account, or if they do get an account, how can they end up creating a channel?
Okay, so we vet our content creators, so anyone can come to SpiritusTV and create an account. So please come there, create an account. It's up on the upper right-hand side there. He's already signed in, but it's gonna ask you for username and password. You create that, and you'll be able to sign in. If you're a content creator, go to and create an account, but then you're gonna have to email me at info@spiritustv.com. And there, we're going to have to vet you. We're going to look at what kind of content you have. You're not just going to be able to upload videos. Once you do get vetted, you're going to see a create button on the upper right-hand side, and it's very simple to upload videos. We even have a bulk uploader, which none of the other ones have, which allows you to upload up to 10 videos at a time. So if you want to do that, you can.
Oh, no, it's more than 10.
Yeah, you could do more than 10, but we're trying to limit people. I mean, you have like 10,000, so yeah, go at it.
That's one thing I love about the Spiritus on YouTube. It's 15 max, and most people they will never have to worry about 15 max. I figured out how many I hit the max in a day once of 100. I didn't know that was a limit. people were like, "What happened?" I took a photo of it and said, "What'd you get canceled?" I go, "No, I hit the limit for uploads. 100 in a day. You get. I think I uploaded 100 in 3 hours. Think about that." But yeah, on here, I think it's 500 is the max. It's so much easier in YouTube because on YouTube, if I upload, I can only individually put in the description and individually fix a title, individually do all that. With this, you can do it all at once. So I can check if, say, I have 10 from one thing and I'm going to use the same description, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, fix the photo. On YouTube, you can only you pick 3 of the photos that they give you or an upload. On here, you can just hit the timestamp. Any timestamp in the video you can use as a thumbnail, or you can make your own. On top of that, Daniel, with the uploading, 500 at one time, okay, and it's very easy. You click a button, you upload, blah blah blah, boom, done. And the upload is pretty fast. It's not that now. Right now, I think it's the max 2 million bytes a second, but I think, or 2 million is the max file. But I think you guys are going to make it bigger, unlimited, maybe later.
Yeah.
I know that was a thing a couple months ago. But if anybody ever says upload versus, again, guys that are 6 months, or not 6 months, 6 years in the working, or Rumble or Odyssey and things like that, here's Rumble. If I want to upload on Rumble, this is it. If I want to do multiple, I have to right click, open new link, up here, down here, upload, repeat. If I do that for Gab, same thing. Well, that's Gab, that's the Gab thing right here. This is the Gab TV thing right here. I have to go to upload, and it's just one, and I have to do that for 5. So people have asked me, Steve, how come you haven't uploaded on Rumble, on Gab, and BitChute in quite some time, or Odyssey? Well, Odyssey already links from YouTube in quite some time. Is I have to literally go in to Rumble and Gab, individual Gloria TV, same way, one at a time per link. Whereas SpiritusTV, again, I mean, YouTube has 15 max. If I want to upload 100, I can upload 100 on SpiritusTV. No problems asked. And it will do it one at a time. Or if I want to do it all at once and really upload, screw the system, I can click them all, do it all at once. Boom, 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 boom.
You click on create, show them. Maybe they can see how easy it is to do the.
Yeah, I always use the bulk upload. I go to the files. Yeah, I got them under complete. I'm just going to hit all these right here. I'm just going to all done, open.
Yep.
And
the video snapshot is over here. You can upload a image and then let it run. Yep. And you can do as many as you want. I mean, obviously, the bigger the video, the more that you put up, the longer it's going to take. But otherwise, it's fairly quickly because we have very fast servers and they're exclusive to us. We don't share them.
Piece of cake. So if anybody says, "Oh, this don't take no," it's really a couple clicks of a button and you are done. Again, compare that to BitChute, 6 years, and it's still upload new video, one per video. I got to literally click that multiple times to get that to do that more than one. Again, no playlist, no anything like that. Rumble, same thing. All these guys that say they're supposed to be the next things, the Taj Mahal or whatever, the new ones, the new kids on the block. In 6 months, Daniel and the guys have made them look like kindergarten level apps. But
thanks.
So yeah, I thought I thought the upload is way better, way easier. And then on top of it, like I said, the playlist feature is just phenomenal. Again, 6 months. In 6 months, they did this on minimal budget with part-time guys. No advertising, no help from outside world, really. Only a few of us out there pushing the videos and saying this thing even exists. I'm at a conference. I have the QR code here. Check out the only Catholic alternative in the world. They're going, what are you talking about? I can't get anybody else promoting this, like blog write-ups, anything like this. So again, what these guys have done on their own, imagine what they could do if somebody helped them out.
Thank you. Yeah, please come out and help us out. Yeah, and that's right. It's just 2 of our guys. He has 8 kids. One guy, 9 kids. The other one in their part-time time. I mean, they were just really burning the midnight oil to get this running. And there's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out fairly soon. Thanks be to God. And really, I don't think we could have done this without Our Lady's intercession. without the grace of God, because it's really been amazing how quickly it's been done.
Hey, here's the other one, member drive. That's the other alternative. So people are getting activated,
Yeah.
coming up with ideas and putting them together. So Daniel, was just thanks for doing what you're doing. All the boys over there at the Sons of Lepanto, and I've seen the list, guys. This is just one. They got a.
Yeah.
It's almost like I sat back and I don't know why they asked me to be on this call with them, because I'm the dumbest person in this room, and I'm looking going, how are you pulling this off? I mean, they had email, they had I mean, just you name it, throw a dart, you're gonna hit it. And again, let me pull up the other. Keith might hate me for this.
And if anybody wants to help, please also reach out to us. Just go there. If you have any advice, anything that you want for us, please go there, create an account, send us a message. We'll start creating that.
Yeah,
SP3RN.
they already got us. Here's the social media one that they made. SP3RN. So guys, these guys are all in and doing all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, that's the new, better than Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah,
SP3RN. Yeah.
Daniel, appreciate your time, man. Congratulations, and look forward to seeing all the new stuff. I don't have an Android, but when the app comes out, darn right, I'm going to be telling people, get the app, and get this, and they'll be. I mean, it should be a no-brainer for most people.
Great, thank you, Steve.
Take care, man.
Thank you. God bless.